And if the children will come forward, Christy has the children's sermon today.
Two children's today. Come on down here, Autumn. 3. Nope. Come on, Lexi. Still a children, huh? Everybody's old enough to be a children. Everybody's a children of God, right? Which kind of ties into my message, believe it or not. That was kind of happenstance. Okay, so when you guys are out and about, I know a couple of you ended up at new schools this year. Jackson, I know you're at a new school this year. Or if you're out in the store with your family, or if you're out at the ballpark, or just anywhere, you're out and about. And you run into people and you see people that you don't know. They're strangers, right? So what would happen? We're told that God can come to us in any form, right? He can take many, many forms because he's God. He can do anything, right? So what if one of those strangers that you met, what if that turned out to be God in disguise? Have you thought about how you might have treated somebody or how you might have behaved in front of them? What do you think would happen if that had been God that you'd been behaving that way in front of or treated that way? Did you ever let the door slam on somebody? I had that happen to me one time, and I was not terribly appreciative of it, actually. What, Jackson? It happened to your sister? Yeah. So if you think about it, God could be any one of us, right? He could take the form of anybody that we run into on any given day, and we wouldn't know it, would we? So I want you to think about that when you're around people. There was a song way back before you guys were born, all the way back in the 90s, that came out, and it was called One of Us, and it was all about, what if God was one of us? What if he didn't want to, throw his clothes in the dirty laundry basket? What if he just threw them on the floor? You ever do that? I get lazy and do that sometimes. Yeah, you do, Jackson? I'm not surprised. So what about that? What do you think about that? I just want you to keep that in mind when you're encountering people, when you see people, and think about how you treat them, how you behave in front of them, and just think, if that person, if God had taken that image, that person to be, think about what he would think about your actions and how you've treated folks or behaved, and maybe you're doing a really great job. Doesn't have to be a bad thing, but just keep that in mind, okay? So let's have a little prayer real quick. Dear Lord, we ask for you to bless these children and everything that they go through on a daily basis. And Lord, just watch after them and protect them every day. And Lord, be with all of the adults in their lives so that we may protect them and raise them up as you would see fit. We ask for all of this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.